Yeah.
And it's official. The NAR board has voted to approve the controversial new policy, which requires addresses on all MLS listings. But it's not really all. It's kind of like there's an out card there.
Well, but I think that it's good because, again, I hate to keep going back to the last episode, but we were discussing last time because you were asking me who doesn't put the address on there. And we were talking about the fact that, some sellers may be really upset over this because they now have to disclose their address and they don't want people driving by. Well, this
impacted pocket listing situations quite a bit. And that's where the uproar was coming from.
So it all makes sense now because really what they're doing here, and it says the policy does not require that the address be made public, just that it be immediately available to the other MLS subscribers. So this really strictly just has to do with agent to agent, not agent to public. So
yeah, if you're a seller in the public and you don't want your address going on Zillow and for everybody to see it online, you still can exclude that through your listing agreement, and then the agents would exclude that address. But once it sells, that address is going to be seen by all agents in basically all states now, because it was every state besides non-disclosure states, and now the listings were already required in the other states. So it's every state. And this was passed, I guess, pretty easily on Friday. There was another policy that they voted on. This one was originally proposed by Redfin.
It was.
So Redfin now is getting things put through NAR, which requires sold listings to be included in those non-disclosure sites like I was just talking about. And it passed 716 to 44.
Just no, it sounds like just no sales price needs to be on there, just the address, right?
That's right.
It's interesting though. How many times do you get a phone call from
800
a buyer's agent after a property is closed? And again, this has nothing to do with addresses, but hey, can you remove the photos from MLS? My buyer doesn't want them on there anymore. Do you get calls like that ever?
No, I not often, but I've heard that.
Yeah, I get them quite a bit.
The new buyer now wants the photos. But here's the problem. Oh yeah, sure, I can take them off the MLS, but I'm not going around to every single site. And if Zillow's keeping those photos on their site, and realtors I'm not going on 100 different websites so that your buyer can feel good about their property online and taking these down.
Right.
I don't control that. And so that is a conversation that the buyer agent
needs to have with the buyer.
Needs to be educated on, like, hey, well, they don't own Zillow. Nicole White doesn't own Zillow.
Yeah. Well, that maybe one day.
Like to own Zillow.
I don't know.
Be a billionaire right now. You don't know?
No, I would love to. I just
be good with billions.
Well, I'll be okay with it.
So that's the update on that.
So racket. It passed. Bottom line, it passed.
I don't think it's much of a racket.
No, I don't think it's a racket at all. Again, I think what's nice here, though, is that it's not impacting necessarily if your seller doesn't want things to be public. So I think that that's a very important